I didn't expect applause. I only wanted her to understand what it cost. The reception hall was glass and gold, the kind of place where the napkins are folded into architecture. I stood near the back during the toasts, careful not to scuff the marble with shoes that had known hospital corridors and office stairwells at dawn. I spent 27 years cleaning other people's celebrations. I know how to stay out of photographs. When it was time to give her my gift, I didn't take the microphone. I waited until the music swelled again and handed her the small envelope. Inside was the old passbook, navy cover, corners softened by decades of being taken in and out of lockers. She looked at it, then at me. What is this, Mom? Just open it. Her husband leaned slightly over her shoulder. His suit probably cost more than my car. He smiled, but it wasn't warm. It was the smile of someone amused by a misunderstanding. She flipped through the pages. The ink had faded in places. The last entry was stamped 2 days ago. Is this just a few loose bills? She said, half laughing, half irritated, like I'd embarrassed her with something sentimental and impractical. Before I could answer, he added lightly, Your mom's just a cleaner anyway. I'm sure it's sweet. The word just floated there. It's a small word. It does a lot of damage. There was laughter nearby. Not cruel, just careless. My daughter's face flushed, but not in my defense, in embarrassment. She walked toward the decorative fountain near the dance floor, one of those shallow ones with floating candles, and with a quick flick of her wrist, she tossed the passbook in. Paper darkened instantly. Ink blurred. Mom, you don't have to do symbolic stuff, she said, as if correcting me. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't retrieve it. I looked at her, really looked, and saw someone trying very hard to belong somewhere else. I understand, I said, and I left. No one followed. That night, I laid my work uniform across the chair like I always do. I have cleaned banks for 15 years. I know the smell of the vault corridor. I know the difference between a teller's courtesy smile and their alert face. The passbook had been in the plastic sleeve in my purse. I had stepped away from the fountain before it fully soaked through. The pages were wrinkled, but readable. I didn't sleep much, not because of what he said. I've heard worse. Because of how quickly she agreed with him. But humiliation fades faster than discipline. Discipline accumulates. The next morning, I stood in line at the bank like any other customer. Fluorescent lights, carpet with quiet patterns, a digital sign chiming numbers. When it was my turn, I slid the passbook across the counter. I'd like to confirm the maturity transfer, I said. The teller, a young woman with careful eyeliner, scanned the barcode. Her expression changed, not dramatically, just enough. She looked again, typed, paused. Ma'am, one moment. She stood and walked briskly to a glass office. A man in a gray suit came out. He didn't smile at first. He didn't frown either. He looked attentive. He shook my hand. Mrs. Alvarez? Yes. He led me into the office and closed the door. The account attached to this passbook matured yesterday. I just want to confirm your instructions before any automatic beneficiary transfer is processed. I folded my hands. And the balance? He turned the monitor slightly so I could see. I did not gasp. I did not widen my eyes. I have watched numbers accumulate in silence for decades. Every extra shift, every ultra I didn't take, every overtime cleaning after corporate banquets where leftovers filled trash bags. Compound interest is patient. So am I. The teller entered with printed documents. She looked pale now, not afraid of me, but aware she was handling something significant. Ma'am, please do not leave until we finalize your authorization, she said carefully. Authority had shifted, not loudly, not theatrically, just professionally. I signed one form. I'd like to suspend the automatic transfer, I said. The manager nodded. Of course. I will decide personally when and how this gift is released. Yes, ma'am. No one laughed. By noon, my daughter had called 3 times. I let it ring while I swept my kitchen floor. On the fourth call, I answered. Mom, what is this about an account? Her voice was different, not smaller, just cautious. It's about timing, I said. She was quiet. He came on the line eventually. Polite, formal, calling me Mrs. Alvarez. I listened more than I spoke. I was planning to give you both a foundation, I said finally. But foundations require respect, not gratitude. Respect. Silence again. I didn't realize, she began. I know. And I do. She grew up watching me scrub other people's lives clean. She mistook labor for limitation. That isn't entirely her fault, but it isn't mine either. That evening, I sat by my apartment window with the account documents on the table. The numbers were steady, real, untouched. I felt no urge to punish. Money doesn't mean humiliation, it only clarifies power. For years, I was underestimated in rooms I maintained, but did not belong to. I never corrected anyone. I didn't need to. Interest was correcting them quietly. I will still help her, probably, in time, but the gift will come with a conversation now, face to face, without fountains, without audiences. Letting quiet perseverance outlast public humiliation doesn't require revenge, it only requires endurance. Outside, traffic moved the same as always. Inside, nothing dramatic had changed. Except this, I no longer felt small in polished rooms, and I did not need anyone to announce my worth.